Good morning from Your Best Car in Kent. My name's Ben. I'm from one of our 2 UK branches. We're in Cranbrook, 10 miles outside of Tunbridge Wells, or just a 40-minute train commute from London. Our other site is in Buckinghamshire near Marlow, and combined we have over 600 5-star reviews. So please check out our website to see those reviews of our happy customers and of course the rest of our fleet. Before I get into the walk around, I'd just like to answer 2 of the most frequently asked questions that we get here, which are: do we take part exchanges and do we offer finance? The answers are both yes and yes. We will take your part exchange. We can even pay off outstanding finance on your current car. Then on top of that, I'm thrilled to say that we are industry beating with our low APR finance rates. So if finance is the route for you, then please get in contact with us, or you can visit our website yourbestcar.co.uk, where we have a finance calculator at the bottom of every advert. So whether it's PCP or HP that you're looking for, you can input some numbers, adjust the filters, find something that works for you. Then there'll be a finance breakdown of that contract before you hit apply. So this is the walk around video for our Audi A4, presented in brilliant black metallic exterior paint. It comes with the very popular 2-litre petrol engine, producing 150 brake horsepower, but also capable of achieving up to 51 miles per gallon. It's the new shape, so you get a stunning new interior interface, but it's also been properly maintained by Audi dealerships during its life cycle. Most recently, it's had an engine oil and a DSG oil service in May 2023. The details of all maintenance will be listed in the description, of course. So down here we've got the unmarked 17-inch 10-spoke crystal design alloy wheels. What do I mean by unmarked? There's no scratches, no scuffs, no signs of curbing. All of the alloys are in fantastic condition. Onto the inside, we've got fabric seats all around with a manual adjustment. These front 2 seats can be heated. That is found within the 3-zone climate controls in the middle. The driver then has a leather-wrapped multi-function steering wheel with cruise control. Your paddle shifters are tucked just behind. This is a semi-automatic gearbox. You've got voice control, hands-free buttons, and then multimedia buttons for your Audi virtual cockpit. I'll show you that in just a second, but you can cycle through various different channels through the display, through the binnacle rather. You might have already seen this in the photos, but I'll show you how that works too. And then in the middle is your tablet style touchscreen infotainment display, which I'll run you through now. So again, I've included photos of every option, every permutation. This is your main menu, but we'll go through what's on here anyway. So radio, FM, oops,
is it a thing?
Let's turn that down. FM, AM and DAB radio built in. If we click on source, we can then see just an easy way of cycling between those options. Media, so we can connect up our own phone via Bluetooth or via USB to play our own music. And again, if we click source, we can see here USB, external devices, etc. You've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built in, so you might have already seen from the photos I've connected up my phone. That can be operated wirelessly, but don't worry, you've already got your media navigation built in as standard. Telephone, so again, using Bluetooth, this is your hands-free section. We can use the buttons on the steering wheel to help us out with our hands-free, but the main thing is you can keep your phone tucked away. You don't need to look at your phone whilst driving. Your contacts and recent calls will be mirrored on this display. And then, as I've just briefly mentioned, your satellite navigation. So if you haven't got a phone that has Apple CarPlay or Android Auto capabilities, don't worry. Satellite navigation is built in, and the big plus of it being touchscreen is that we can pinch and zoom, we can move the map around, we can quickly see our points of interest, such as our petrol stations. Onto cars, this will just show us some vehicle settings, our service intervals, Audi Drive Select. So at the moment we just keep it in comfort, but of course you've got your sportier dynamic mode. Then our second page, just some additional applications, so our weather app, calendar, news app and other notifications. If we put the car into reverse, we'll see our crystal clear reversing camera. We've got guidelines which will move as the steering wheel move. This will help us, of course, with our bay parking or parallel parking. Then on top, we've got front and rear parking sensors. Down below, again, as I've briefly mentioned, our 3-zone climate control. As we can see here, we can set the rear or we can sync them all up ourselves. But here we've got our left and right temperatures Here's the direction for the left and right, and then our seat heating as well. Down below, as I mentioned, your USB port. We can turn off the screen entirely by pressing this button. Our start-stop to keyless start-stop. I've kept your locking wheel nut just down here. And then our very simple but neat center console, including the automatic gearbox and electronic handbrake. So onto the Audi virtual cockpit. Again, I've included every permutation on here, but just to show you how this works, we press these buttons here to cycle through, and what we can do is we can press the view button to either collapse or enlarge the screen. So of course we want to see the sat nav as big as possible. This will of course mirror everything that is already on the main infotainment display. But then we've got our phone book, so when we connect up our phone via Bluetooth, we can quickly cycle down here to make a call. Likewise, we can cycle through our multimedia to select a song. And then we've just got some additional information here, your car details. Your cruise control is then down here. So on to the rest of the car. Of course, back here we've got the exact same seat upholstery. Plenty of room. Your separate air conditioning is at the back there. And then moving round to the rear. Let's just knock this leaf off. Our boot space, we can open the tailgate by pressing that button once, and that'll pop open for us. And then with the sport back, you're getting plenty of room. Underneath here, you can use it as some additional storage if you like, but your battery's kept in the back. So, if you're interested in buying the A4, you can give us a call on 01580 712 115, or you can send us an email to sales@yourbestcar.co.uk. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we take part exchanges and offer finance packages, so if either of those options intrigue you, then please let us know. We're all accessible on iMessage or the Meta platforms of WhatsApp, Instagram or Facebook, so if you have any questions or queries about our cars, or you need to know some details of your part exchange, then please feel free to message us on those platforms too. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck with your search for a new car.